as you can see, we look a little different this week. Meg is doing the responsible thing and after a social event, quarantining herself. So protect those you love. And so we tried to have John and I on one side of the table, but we really don't like each other. We just couldn't sit next to each other for the whole time. To be fair.
To be fair.
Right, you're gonna have to cut that one off. It goes on too long. You're a monster.
To be fair.
There we go. A little squirrely Dan right at the end.
So that's why we have this new configuration. Actually, just the wide camera, the wide lens camera doesn't work with piping in the computer that Meg is running through. So that's why, in actuality. So I'll hand it over to one of you two who actually knows how to run the show.
Sure. So last session, we just wrapped up the first adventure where they watched a group of animals get freed by a clan of creature known as tumblers. Once that entire issue was resolved, they made preparations for Roth's Comet, a once-a-century astrological event that this particular location in the Drakes has a view of. They set up this lovely evening with beautiful drinks that were delicious and food which is perfectly made. They even created a platform on top of their tavern for a better vantage point for their patrons. And on the night of the Comet, as the unique entity was going overhead, it became apparent that whatever magic that it emanated in the past to keep the horrors of the universe at bay, it was no longer present. And as the comet drew overhead, screams could be heard in the distance. You do know that besides the people who are celebrating the comet inside Prism Bay itself, several people went out to do various events. A group of people went out to observe this rare flower bloom, which only blooms during the comet. And you know, Gully, your uncle, and his friend, grandfather, and his friend, Rhaegorn, and Rhaegorn and Bartholomew went up to Carved Ridge to witness the comet throughout the entire night, since they're big eggheads who are into this kind of thing. So, with the horrors and the screams in the middle of the night, where do you pick up?
With the intro.
The night is dark.
I'm full of cars.
And with it being nearly midsummer, the moon isn't, it's like a crescent, if that. It's getting close to becoming the darkest night of the year. So it's pretty dark. The brightest thing in the sky right now is the comet itself.
So we hear screams.
Yes.
I would like to run to the edge of the platform and look down and see what I can see with my elvish eyes.
Okay.
I don't
Give
really.
me a perception check.
Ooh, it's a natural 17.
I believe that I will also try and look because I have dark vision.
20.
So trying to see through the dark.
Yes, you have disadvantage on this.
Why?
Because even in straight up darkness, it counts as low light vision. So you have disadvantage until a bright source of light is nearby. Go ahead and roll twice, Gully. And it's a wisdom perception.
15.
Oh, nice.
I got a 22.
And that's,
or no, 21.
and that's after rolling twice and taking the lower?
Oh, taking the lower, but I have dark vision. Wouldn't that be the high? So wouldn't I take higher?
You would still take the lower, but the range of your visibility is further. But
Oh, okay. Well, then I have 7.
oh, okay. Well,
Can I
the
cast
20
my,
is important because that's what you hear.
Can I cast my light cantrip?
You could,
All right.
yes. So I imagine you already have your light cantrip up just for the festivities and the ambiance of it
Okay.
to make it more magical. So I imagine you just pull it wherever direction you want, which is probably in the direction of the screams.
Okay.
With your 22, you know that the screams are coming from a good distance off. They are further into the woods.
Can we
So
tell
you
what
don't
kind
have-
of screams they are? Whether
Oh.
they're animal or like humanoid?
With the 22, you
Woman.
do know that it is a humanoid scream. Sounded youngish. Alicia, you got a 15 straight up. Looking around with the light provided by
I don't
Quinto.
get to keep my first one since he's providing light.
Okay, what's your first one?
That was a 20.
Okay, fine. Just looking around the general close by area, the people who are just celebrating the streets with their sparklers and whatnot, they're unsettled. There was music all around, but the music has stopped playing as people are realizing that something isn't quite right. And they're waiting for someone to figure out what's going on.
I would like to
the-
stop and say a quick prayer that it possibly was the mayor that got eaten by an animal.
And
Just saying.
here's your inspiration token back.
Thank you very much.
I'll give you that. As you're like, please let her be dead. Please let her be dead.
Yes. Awesome.
You're a monster.
Thank you.
Did I construct the platform in such a way that I have an easy egress from any direction to like slide down some vines? I feel like that's
No.
something Pippin would do.
There's probably a nice deal of stairs going down, though.
I run downstairs to go see what's happening.
All right, you run down and look around immediately. The screams did come like 200 to 300 feet into the jungle itself. That's what Gully was able to find with her crazy perception check on the hearing side.
I'm going to wild shape into
Mabel! We can hear also
Um,
the screams of a small animal.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's
It's all
fine.
good. Adds to the ambiance.
something that's small. Would a dog be a cat? I'm going to turn into a large cat.
Oh, okay.
Large for a cat, but not like a puma.
Okay, sure.
Can I don't know what the correct word would be. Go into Kevin? Like,
Yes,
how,
you
how it is?
can
And
enter
then try and
its
like
senses.
fly behind her?
Well, that's a great idea. Yeah. So you stay on the platform as Gully goes wandering down, turns
Pippin.
into a Pippin goes wandering down, transforms into a cat. The flying frog comes and joins you. And what is Quinto doing at this point?
I am still meditating on the mayor being dead. I will wait for them to get back.
Probably a
Okay.
good idea because Gully is blind and has no idea what's happening there. So she's.
Yeah. I'll protect her.
All right.
What book should I have to be able to see the animal stats? I meant to ask on our way in, and I.
Just Google. You have your phone. Just Google Cat 5e.
I'd like to look it up on my new iPad, but it hasn't shipped yet from Apple.
Hello, bitter.
Yeah.
All right.
Apparently, Apple doesn't ship to the
So
Drakes
when
very
I
quickly.
searched Cat 5e, I got Ethernet cables.
Yeah, that's
'cause
an
that's
Ethernet
the difference
cable.
between our.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very different.
5e D&D. basically, you have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell, which might be beneficial at this point. And
I'll pull it up on D&D Beyond, not our sponsors.
Yeah, I have a login if you need it.
All right, I have it now. You just said I was responsible to have my stats in front of me. So.
and Kevin's a frog,
Frog.
a flying frog. So
Ooh, I can climb 30 feet. I should have turned into the cat and then climbed down the building.
no, he doesn't get any
Meatball.
special senses. He is amphibious though, so he can like drown for a little bit without worrying too much.
I would like to say for in the future when someone wants to do random fan art that my coloration kind of sticks with me. So
Dance,
like I'm a
Mabel,
blue
dance.
cat, but my ears are rainbow colored and my tail's rainbow colored.
That is lovely and obnoxious. I approve.
And like on those cats that have like the poofiness on the, like they're short haired except for the poofiness on the ends of their ears.
Sure.
So that kind of cat.
Nice.
Little me
So-
dancing.
You're meditating, doing your thing. As you're up there, give me a perception check as you're still looking around with the lights and everything.
Mabel.
Mine's a 22.
22. You do notice that your guests seem unnerved as well. And looking over the platform at the roof of the warehouse, you also see the guard who's currently on the ballistia rotating it from the water positioning back to like inland, just because he seems wary from that direction, especially since there's screams coming from that direction.
Okay.
You two, you guys are wondering what direction specifically?
Towards where we heard the screams, so to the edge of the forest.
Jared to the rescue.
You make your way there.
Downtown. Walking fast. Sorry.
All right.
I can't really
Downtown.
hear Alicia or John. I feel like they both said something, but I have no idea what they said.
I said Jared to the rescue.
Oh, yeah. I texted him to please come get Mabel because we were live.
You need to get those little Kongs and put I freeze them. You used to freeze them and put peanut butter in them. And
That's
then,
I have one. She's in a little bit of a just crazy mood today because
Yeah.
this schedule is different. But yeah, she already got all of the peanut butter out of her Kong from earlier.
oh my God, it's awesome.
Efficiency.
I'll try to speak up, Meg.
Oh, thank you.
So I said that we're heading towards the edge of the jungle where the screams were heard.
Okay. Now, as Kevin, am I pretty much useless? Like I can talk to small creatures, but I can't do anything as him, correct?
Not necessarily. Well, you can't talk through Kevin. You are able to use Kevin to deliver touch spells and cantrips.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I believe we switched out one of them with a shocking grasp. So you can have like an electric frog flying around and just zap people. If you want it.
Nice. Great.
Um,
I like that.
Oh, I should have grabbed Kevin.
Hindsight.
Next time you should just have him sit in front of the camera and I'll just do the voiceover.
That would have been brilliant.
So, as you guys approach the edge of the town, you hear that whatever is running through the jungle has closed its distance, and you just hear it out of breath as it's running and just panicking and just yelling, "Help! Help! Somebody!"
We go towards the person screaming help.
So it's not the mayor.
I run up to it and in a very uncat-like way, like sit back on my haunches and like raise my paw. Like I am not a normal cat.
All right. She's running. She sees the cat, and she seems to give me a charisma check as you try to communicate. I am a good
Do I have
guy."
to use the cat's charisma?
No, you use your own.
Oh,
In
okay.
this form. And Heidi ho there, friend.
It's a 9.
Okay, the child, which seems to be, give me an intelligence check to see if you remember this person.
Oh, is this one of the ogre kids?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that intelligence?
Yep.
15.
15. You recognize this kid as one of the children from someone going to go see the flowers. Now, that was a good 4-hour walk to that location. The Comet has been overhead for several hours at this point. So from the time of the Comet to about midnight, that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So, yeah, it's about that time. If she were marching or running back, it would take her about that much time to get back here. Now, hi, Johnny. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you.
That's me.
Oh, that's
done.
you. Dang,
fine.
gummit.
Appreciate you saying hi.
I had this great
Appreciate you saying hi
idea
to me.
that we should just do random co-Twitch games like AOC did. So like we should like
That
get
was
on
really
Twitch.
funny. I watched her. It was really funny.
You should play Among Us with Klaus.
Oh my god.
He's a lot
That'd be
better at it than I
terrible.
am.
Okay, sorry, but back to this kid. This kid is, again, one of the tiefling children that was part of the botanist in the that bit.
I like wind myself between between their legs.
Well, with the 9, and as you do that, the girl seems panicky, seeing another thing that is foreign to her, and she just bolts around you and continues on to the village.
Can Gully understand me still while she's in Kevin?
She
Are
can-
you a small beast?
Yes.
Then yes, I can.
So I turn to Kevin and I say, I think she knows what's up and incoming. I don't want to on a wild shape yet because I don't know if I'm going to have to go a lot because I'm a lot faster as a cat.
Okay.
Yes, Kim. It would be so fun. Play Among Us with us. Let's work it
That's
out.
I
What
don't
is
know
it?
what that is.
Yeah, what's
Let's
Among
play
Us?
Among Us.
Okay, so Among Us, you have to have 10 people to start a game, which is one of the reasons I don't play a lot because I don't like strangers. So one person or 2 people or more
Is this
is
what
an
AOC
imposter.
was playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
It's
Is this
the,
a web game?
Yeah, it's on my phone.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm in.
You're
We'll set it
a
up.
space person. There's a few people who kill the rest of the crew, and you have to either survive or kill everybody.
All right, I'm in.
So,
100%.
Super fun.
All right.
We can do like a
all right. So this
thing. I'll
little
work it out. Yeah. Well,
girl comes running into the village, just being like, "Help! Someone! My family! I'm not sure that they're. I think it got him. Someone, anyone." And,
Can I instantly like go out of Kevin back into Gully and be like, a little girl, her family was attacked, she needs help, and then
Yes.
like we run down to her. Okay, I do that.
I am going to keep. I'm assuming I heard her.
Yes,
I'm going to keep running towards where the flower was,
that is a 4-hour walk.
unless they started running this way. But like,
So you're gonna go scout ahead.
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception or survival or investigation. Any of those 3, depending on what kind of flavor you're going for. And let me know which one you're going for.
So I'm going to go for survival because I assume I'm going to be like trying to move as quickly as I can, but very on point
Yeah,
and like looking for tracks and things.
sure.
So that would be a. So I have. That's a 20.
20. That was pretty darn high. You also have. Never mind. So with a 20 survival, looking at the various tracks, seeing the nature of how animals are interacting this time of night and everything, you do see where the family made their way out towards the grove. You only see the one set of tracks come back. It's been a clear day, not any major rain, so nothing has really affected these tracks. You do see the occasional natural footprints going to and fro, but that's not what really is weird in this particular moment. The animals are quiet. The bugs have stopped chirping. The birds are nestled away, even the more nocturnal ones.
Well.
There's just something uneasy.
This is weird.
Gully. So you go run down to the child. She is panicking. Nobody is really approaching her at this point in time. And the villagers and the people there, like, is something wrong with her? And as you see her, give me a medicine check, a wisdom medicine check, just as you look at her.
Well, this is not going to be good. Okay, I got a 4.
I can do that too since I'm with Gully, right?
Yeah, sure. You went down next to her.
So mine is I have a proficiency, and mine
Wisdom.
is 23.
Okay.
Whoa!
Looking her over, she looks pretty beaten up. You see her feet were soaked at one point, and she's just been running for hours. And the rubbing in wet shoes has caused her feet to begin bleeding, but she didn't stop running when that began. You see various marks on her arms that looks like that she went through brambles. But given how those bramble tears happened, they're vertical, not horizontal. So it wasn't like she was running through brambles. It looks like that she like torpedoed through them almost, or something like clawed down at her.
Can I
You
cast Cure Wounds? for her?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll. I believe it's 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
It's 10.
Hi,
eight,
Michael.
right? My wisdom modifier is a 3, so it's a 4.
Okay. Well, she is small and tiny, so that heals her pretty darn thoroughly. And you see just this look of just safety come over her.
Awesome.
And
I asked Quinto to like bring her back into the tavern so that we can get her something to eat and calm her down so she can tell us what's going on.
I like how Pippin really just assumes that you guys are going to run after her.
You just bailed in as your cat and rolled out.
you magical twit. I love Pippin. So you two take this girl inside, and she's physically shaking. She's been through a lot of whatever's going on.
I wrap a blanket around her and say, there, little one. There.
And you take her inside, put some food in front of her. The Kai the goblin wrapped up a bowl, handed it to you to hand over, and he's just kind of standing back, really out of his depth, like, I don't want to mess with this. You deal with it. And as you set her down, the mayor, who was at the corner of the village when all of this began, finally made her way around and enters the tavern, but she's keeping her distance. But she seems really concerned. Like, this is some messed up shit. And you set her down, and she's just shaking, eating. What do you guys do? Quinto, what are you doing?
I would like to ask her what happened.
We were there to enjoy the flowers. We had set up camp to, and enjoy the stars and see the pretty flowers, which are supposed to glow. And the flowers came alive. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but where the flowers were, this thing crawled out. It looked like a tree person almost, and it began just clawing into the scout, the person that was our guide. He's the first person to, and then he chased after my parents. My dad dropped. I'm not sure where I didn't see my mom or siblings, but I'm not sure who made it. I have 5 siblings.
That's a lot of kids.
It is indeed. Would it make you feel better if we murdered the mayor in front of you?
Oh, why are you?
No? Okay. All right.
But she's going off about how this creature awoke randomly as the comet was overhead. And Gully.
Do either Gully or Pippin or Quinto notice that Pippin's still not back?
Yeah, of course they
Yeah,
know
we're
that.
used to
They're
that.
fine.
Oh.
We're used to you just wandering off.
Gully, what does strike you as concerning is, as the comet was overhead, some random creature just spawned. And you know that your grandfather's out there with another old guy.
Bartholomew!
So, that's also a concern at this particular moment.
Okay, well, I tell Quinto that we have to go out there. I have to find my grandfather, and we have to make sure everybody else is okay. Also, Pippin didn't come back, so, there's that. And I ask, what's the name of the guy, the person that we have working at the
Kai.
bar now?
Kai.
Kai. I asked Kai if he can keep an eye on her. And there's a bunch of townspeople around, I'm assuming now, so, someone is willing to watch her.
As
And
you
I head
begin,
off.
as you begin inquiring about that, you actually see the mayor come up with
Oh,
some
God.
candy and some toys, and be like, "Here you go, sweetheart. Just relax. When you're ready to go to bed, there's plenty of places where you can rest
I
tonight."
like how Caleb's trying to make the mayor more likable.
She's
No,
not evil.
She's hateable.
She's
Anyhow.
evil.
It's
She's terrible.
It's also amazing that we chose to run a tavern and yet we are never in the
You're
goddamn tavern.
Always at the tavern.
We're never there. We're constantly on these adventures.
That's
There's
what I
a lot.
said.
There's a lot of downtime between these adventures.
Sure, you
Yes.
say there is, but
There
I
was
don't-
2 weeks between our last adventure with the whatchamacallit and this, or a week? Whole week of
It
being
was
at the
a
tavern.
week this last time.
Yeah, that's a week, and then we just wander off and leave randos managing our tavern.
It's
It's a terrible
because-
business model.
It's
It's
not a
because
smart
much
business
like in
model,
our
I will
own
say that.
business model,
Yes.
we think people are important
It's fair.
and do things that hurt.
Don't
our
make me do
business
to
in
be
the
fair
long run.
again.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair. To be fair.
No. Damn it. This particular soundbite is too darn long.
It's perfect, just the way it is.
We just had like
To
a
be
small
fair.
conversation during it.
Anyway,
Love it.
Hi there, everyone. So, as the girl is being cared for by Kai feeding it, and the mayor does say the girl will be cared for.
Not
Okay.
by you.
I tell Kevin to stay and keep her company, and I tell her that she can talk to Kevin, that he's a wonderful listener. And then,
Give me a
Yeah.
charisma check with the little girl, and just in general.
okay. And then 15.
15? All right.
Yeah.
You do notice that a lot of the local villagers totally witnessed you run out, help the girl, bring her into the inn. And there's a lot of eyes on you, and they seem to be reacting positively to this, since you're, running for mayor, next level arc.
Keep forgetting that part. Yes. Wonderful.
we don't have time to run a
Great.
tavern. How are you going to run for mayor?
Won't be much of a race if she's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Dang gummit, you're obsessed.
I mean, Quinto is my campaign manager, so if this is the strategy that he thinks we should go with, I'm all for it.
Yes. True.
So, you guys go outside. What do you do?
Head in the direction of the last place that I saw Pippin when I was inside Kevin.
All right. Now, Pippin, it
Yes.
has been 5 minutes since you last saw your comrades. What do you do?
You still
Well,
running
I
to the
mean-
flowers?
Well, do you do anything else while out in the darkness?
I'm like
Out
keeping
in
an eye
the
out and stuff
darkness.
in hopes that one of them started running back towards us. But like at the same time, I know that Gully has little legs. Like 5 minutes is nothing for them to catch up. I have a 40-foot speed. Gully's got like a 20.
Okay.
I think it's 30 actually. I'm a fast little gnome.
Wait, do we
No,
have the
it's
same?
25.
Gnomes are slow.
Mine's 30.
Mine's 30.
Yeah, you're a
So-
dragon. You're like huge.
I know I'm a lot faster than.
I know, but
Them.
I'm just saying, like, it's not that much slower for you guys to only be 3 feet tall.
That's true.
So as far as gnomes go, I'm a fast little thing.
But
True story, Kim. True story.
I'm very proud of you. So,
So I
you
don't
wait
think-
around for short legs. And
why would I wait?
Oh, so you go bursting ahead?
I'm just gonna. Yeah, people are in trouble, and I can heal them.
Okay.
Pippin doesn't have a lot of self-preservation.
Okay. So you've basically been booking it for 5 minutes.
I mean,
Cautiously
if anything,
or just booking it?
I'm like not. I'm probably not double speeding it.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping my nose to the ground, my eyes sharp.
All right.
I'm a cat. Do I have dark vision?
That is such a disputed item. Technically, no,
But I thought cats could see well in the dark.
but they can see well in the dark, so they have effective dark vision. That is a. Oh, that's a nice thing to change. You're a monster.
What's
I-
happening?
John's
You'll
being a
see.
twit. You'll see.
Or you might not. I think you went out of the Twitch chat.
Anyway,
Why
If
can't you
anyone's
change your
watching on
display
YouTube,
name?
we're a lot more.
so as you enter the jungle, you have no idea where this little cat ran off to. What do you do?
We just keep heading in the direction of the screams and start calling out. I'm apparently looking for my grandfather,
Well,
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew is at a very specific location. He is at Carved
Do I know
Ridge.
where that location is?
Yes, you know where Carved Ridge is. It's a very famous location.
Okay, then I say I want to go there, and I head that way.
Oh, that is like a 2-hour hike in a 90-degree angle of the direction where Pippin went. Pippin went in the direction
I
of the.
thought you were saying that they were in the same area.
No,
Yeah, that's what I
they're in
thought
too.
Different locations.
Okay, then I wouldn't be so concerned to find him right away. So instead, I would be just heading in the same direction that Pippin would have gone in,
Okay.
trying to catch up to her.
Hold on, switching pages. Since you guys are picking this one. All right, so go ahead and give me a survival check as you're continuing to follow the path. And you guys are just trying to follow. Give me a survival check as well, both of you. A wisdom survival check.
Mine is
21.
22.
Wow. Okay.
8.
8. Okay. You
Do
are.
I get an advantage? Do I get advantage because it involves smell?
Yes. Yes. Why not? You're. Okay. So, Quinto,
Yes.
you and I'm forgetting my the characters' names. Is it Molly?
The drug?
Um,
It's MDMA? Yeah, it's Molly.
Meg, what's your character's name again? Don't judge me.
Gully?
Gully. I am a moron.
Do we need to
It's on the screen.
Well, Caleb can't see the screen.
Do we
Yeah,
need to
because-
get name tags for ourselves?
No.
Hi, my name is.
I-
What? My name
Actually,
is.
at my home game, I use name cards until I can remember it. So, but Gully, Quinto, and Pippin. Great. It's okay to keep notes of your players' stuff. So,
We don't judge you.
Quinto and Gully, you are following this path. You guys are very keen on these footprints. You do see that this very bouncy cat made its way a good half mile into the jungle. And then the cat got lost. Where it went or seemed to have taken a different path. You're not sure if it noticed a threat, but more than likely, what you're able to tell, Pippin took a left instead of a right at one tree. Do you continue following the path, or do you follow the druid?
I follow the druid.
All right. It actually is a very short distance at that point because Pippin got so lost, she went in a circle.
Oh my god.
And
I'm just like sitting on a tree limb at this point, yowling.
And I start, because I can talk to small animals, I start going, Pippin, where are you?
I'm up here, over
Well,
here.
jump down, land on your feet, use up one of your 9 lives.
I try to jump on Quinto's head.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check. And then I'll need
Purely because
everyone
he's taller.
And Quinto, do you currently have your light out?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Okay.
I miss. Or I hit his face, whichever.
This is the least cat-like cat you guys have ever seen.
Get my whole
as
face scratched.
It falls and takes 1 point of damage.
I'm halfway
there you
to
go.
turning back into
Wait, can I catch her while she's falling? Because I have falling friend.
You do have feather fall, but you do
Feather
know that in this form, she's not actually taking real damage. So it's not
then that's-
that
never
much of a
mind.
worry for you.
You know, cats landing on their feet and such.
Well, you hear the cat like land on its neck, and you hear a slight crunch.
It says I have 2
Whoopsie.
hit points, so like
So you're half dead
I'm half
as
dead.
a cat. But as you land, I need everyone to give me a perception check. And since you have dark vision, you're good. Those of you without dark vision roll at disadvantage.
Mine's 15, and then whatever.
Did you roll once or twice?
Oh, that's-
Mine. Do I roll?
Mine's
Do
15.
I just roll once if I have dark vision, or am I supposed to roll
You
twice?
roll once.
and still as
Okay.
a cat, I don't
I
have dark
got-
vision.
A 9.
9. And I guess since you have the dark vision, you roll once.
Because my first roll was awesome.
So
and my second
9,
roll
Quinto
was
got a what?
15.
Okay, that's solid.
20.
All right.
Boom.
It would have been a 10 if I went with my second roll, which is why I wanted to push to not have to do disadvantage.
I see. Gully is too concerned about the cat like landing badly, and she's like, "Ooh, no!" You two are currently looking jungle side, so your head is kind of snapped to one side, just gazing into the jungle, and Quinto's just like, "Not again."
Normal.
And both of you notice in the distance a very like disturbed looking boar. It's about the size of a grizzly with these massive tusks, but he's just kind of curled up between 2 trees, just kind of pushing back, and he seems
So
like bristly and really
a little big
scared.
for Gully to talk to then.
a little big for Gully to talk to.
Can I communicate with him?
You're currently not in a pig-like form. If you took on a more
Bacony.
bacony, I'm sure that there's an actual word for pig.
Swine.
Thank you.
Bingo.
A more swine-like creature, you could be able to talk to it.
I'll use my other wild shape.
Okay.
What if I need it later?
Well, it's not my. You make your decision. There's this pig in front of you who is terrified, and looks like he's on the verge of just charging you all. And Gully has not seen it yet.
I have my crossbow.
So Gully,
ready.
how do you react to the cat nearly dying?
Well, is she still a cat?
Yes.
I start asking if she's okay and try to like see if she needs help and ask her if she's gonna turn back.
Okay. And what
Well,
do
let
the
me
other
see
two do?
pig. But it says the pig is a medium beast. I
You can
think I
turn into a
can't-
pig.
Well, it says I have to buy Storm King's Thunder to see the pig stats.
Just go ahead and use giant badger. Yeah, that's pretty good. Use giant badger. You just don't have a burrow speed.
Oh, I got a lot more hit points. I turn into a pig.
Okay.
I'm very confused why she turned into a pig. That kind of like makes me jump back, and that's when I turn around and see the pig. I'm
Okay.
assuming.
Yeah, that's a good hunch.
I would also like to point out that I still don't change my coloration.
So you're this rainbow pig.
I'm mostly blue pig.
Oh, blue pig with like this rainbow mohawk along the
Yeah.
back. I love that. Why not?
Okay.
And I am going to gently approach the giant boar.
He seems really uneasy. Give me a handle animal check.
How does he respond to a cat turning into a rainbow pig right in front of him?
He is still scared, and this is charisma. No, I'll let you use wisdom as it shows. That's fine.
16.
16. The pig hasn't attacked you yet. What do you say?
Hello, friend. I am here to help you.
Go away. I don't like you.
I have a crossbow. I'm just saying.
What?
You also have a boiling thing, so you can
I'm-
make bacon.
Just trying to figure out why all the animals are scared. I want to take care of the jungle.
Give me a. You rolled a 15. He goes, something's wrong.
Is there a direction something's wrong in?
Which way's the bad?
Everywhere. Everywhere feels bad.
Where on your little swine body were you touched?
Did it start when the sky was on fire?
Yes.
Where did it start? Ask him where it started. I'm assuming that she's telling us what he's saying.
Well, no. Am I still small enough that Gully can understand me?
Yeah, sure. Medium is fine.
Okay.
Why not?
Um,
Wait, so can I talk to the pig?
You can talk to Pig Alicia. You can't talk to the giant boar.
Pig Pippin, you mean?
Pig
I put them on the screen for you.
Pippin. Thank you for that.
Pippin, ask him where the bad stuff started.
Where did the bad stuff start?
The lots of he gives you a carnivorous reptile word and 8 piglets. They were very angry. Also, angry plants and I ran.
Can I use Druidcraft in this form?
No. You can use Druidcraft ahead of time and then transform. But you
Which
can't
way
use
did you
spells
run?
in its
Ask him which way he ran.
Which direction did you come from?
He points to a small lake area, which is notable inland. And says water giant lizard there.
I'm going to head in that direction. I say,
Yeah.
thank you. We are going to see if we can help.
Okay.
And I go in that direction.
He is
Did you go for another walk?
concerned as all three of you, I imagine, leave together. But as you leave or get within a reasonable distance away, he just bolts into the jungle. And seeing this massive truck of a being bolt at 40 feet around, he wasn't small, but he was scared of anything in this particular moment.
Okay. Well,
You get back on the track and begin making your way to this known lake. As you guys are traveling there, what are you guys doing?
So let's just go over what we know as we're walking. So the little girl said that the trees came alive and attacked her and her family. And now the pig thing is telling us that there's a giant lizard that ate the pigs in the lake and that there's bad everywhere. And that it all happened when the comet appeared.
I'm sniffing the ground ahead of us.
Okay. What are you trying to get out of it? Just,
Anything different? I'm assuming I have enough nature knowledge to know. Like, do I smell corruption? I'm a pig, so like I can smell truffles. Can I smell like?
yeah, I'm thinking. But go ahead and finish. Go ahead and roll. Give me a nature check. With advantage, I guess, since you're smelling out a specific nuance of plant nonsense.
So that's a 20. And that's a 21.
Okay. You're sniffing around, and whenever you first, how long can you? I say that you're in cat form for about an hour wandering into this nonsense, and so if you guys book it a little bit and with a clear path, you guys can finish the rest of the journey while in boar form.
But it says 1 hour duration. Didn't I have to
Per
use?
level.
Didn't I have to use a second wild
half
shape
level?
to turn into a boar?
Is it half level or is it?
I have 1 hour duration
Okay.
here for me.
Well, then in that case, you smell the path. You're able to stay on the path of the
But I should get,
family.
if I was at the cat for an hour, and then I get to be a boar for an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming. So as you make your way further inland to the jungle, you're able to stay on the path, no problem. And as you get closer, you get the smell of the water where the boar was probably talking about. And you could probably direct the rest of the way, no problem, without a survival check, as your animal form drops at the end of that second hour.
So I'm human again?
Yes, you're dragonborn
Only
again.
human.
Why are you this person? So,
You married me.
Quinto,
Yes.
what are your concerns during this? Or what are you doing specifically during your travels?
So I am waiting to see what Pippin can find out about the ground, and I'm concerned that we have a large issue with many things going on during this comet. How much longer is the comet going to be going?
At this point in time, it's about 11 to midnight. The comet is supposed to be overhead until about 9 a.m.
Okay, so we got problems. All right, yeah, so I'm concerned that we have a large issue that's going to continue to keep going as long as the comet's here, so we need to figure it out ASAP.
So, Gully, what were you saying, though? At the beginning of all this? Or did that answer your questions?
What? Yeah, I just said, you asked what we were doing while we were walking, and I said that we were reviewing our information.
Okay.
As I turn back into human form, I idly wonder. I'm like, Roth was part of that like puzzle that we solved in the water. Now this is water. And there are some water connections, and that seems oddly coincidental. And Roth is the comet, too, guys. It's Roth's comet, and he was.
Yes, I agree. I agree with all of that.
So what should we do at this point?
Well, I can no longer turn into an animal until I take a break.
Which would take an hour.
I think we should just keep heading to the lake. I
Okay.
think we should keep an eye out for
Lizards?
do any of us have a way of detecting magical fields or anything?
I don't think so.
What spells do you have prepared?
I have Guiding Bolt, Cure Wounds, Inflict Wounds, and Thaumaturgy.
Inflict wounds is brutal. That'll be.
Excuse me.
Bless
Bless
you.
you, Gully.
As you guys are having this conversation about plans and whatnot, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Mine's an 18.
Mine's a 12.
Mine's a 16.
Well, you guys are probably fine. 18 and 16. So who's the 12? Gully is, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys are wandering through the forest, having this conversation, making your plans, one of the shrubs next to you reaches out with a talon and attacks. Gully, since you rolled poorly, you are surprised. But let's roll initiative, and Gully will not be acting the first turn.
I don't think so, Kim. That's a good question, though.
6.
21.
What's the
621.
what's the modifier for initiative?
It is your dexterity score.
So I have 13.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Mine's a 7 then.
Okay. All right, Gully, you see this plant jump out of the bushes. It's about Gully size, but it just is this humanoid deal of brambles with twigs coming off of its back. And it is ickery and gross looking.
I have this might be a knowledge nature roll, but Druidcraft very specifically gives me a certain amount of control over plants, as does Entangle.
Non-magical plants.
That seems like a sad thing. So I activate my shillelagh. Shillelagh.
Okay. And is that
And that's a bonus action.
Okay.
Let me double check that. Yeah, it's a bonus action. So I activate that and I go bad plant and whack it.
All right. So you see this plant jump out of the bushes, attempting to attack one of you, and you're just like, nope.
But I only rolled an 11.
And 11 misses. It skitters to the side and it jumps at you since you attacked it. You seem the most competent since you reacted
I
quickly.
should have used.
And it will claw at your skin. What is your armor class?
13.
Okay. It will hit, and it will rake down your sides, dealing a total of 2 points of damage. I rolled
Do I
minimum.
also get an attack of opportunity?
No.
But it attacked me.
Yeah. If it leaves your threatened range,
Oh.
then you
I always
it.
get that. How much?
You take 2. You take nothing, basically.
Can I use my breath weapon of fire?
You're gonna get me.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
totally do that. It is. Give me an intelligence check. Go ahead.
6.
Go ahead.
So, do I roll?
It's a dexterity save, I believe, versus your 8 plus proficiency plus con. What is that for you? I think it's just 10.
Mine is 12.
So it's the 8-sided?
No. You don't roll anything.
Oh, okay.
What's 8 plus proficiency plus your constitution modifier?
Where do I see my constitution? It's a 10.
Okay. It's still a dex save for this thing. And, he failed. Go ahead and roll whatever the damage says. I think it's like 2d8 or some nonsense.
Do I need to roll? Because I did, and I got a natural 20.
That's...
Mine
No,
says breath weapon
it's
fire,
fine.
DC 8 plus, which
I'm
we did.
assuming he's being
And then
reasonable.
it says dex 2d6.
2d6. So go ahead and roll 2d6 fire damage.
7.
7. So you basically see this thing pop out and just take a step, hop, and just roast it into the ground as it just crumbles into ash.
Nice.
And it kind of screams like a mandrake, just going as it withers into ash.
Nice.
Can
It's my
I
little Hufflepuff
can I talk to
fire.
plants?
With a spell. There's a spell
Are
called
we all
Talk
getting
with
high
Plants.
off the fumes of him smoking the plant?
No, it's not that kind of plant.
I mean, it's magical.
So here's the thing, though. It says whispering to the spirits of nature.
Flaming shillelagh.
Can I can just whisper to them. They don't whisper back to me. The spirits of nature.
What do you... Oh, for
Druidcraft says
Druidcraft?
whispering to the spirits of nature.
You could if it was receptive to that. You're not sure if these creatures are.
But I just mean like the jungle in general. Can I make a nature check on the jungle to see if I can?
Oh, that's interesting. Go ahead and
Gather
speak
some-
Druidic. With a intelligence check. Straight.
Lady Jungle, gentle mother, what ails you?
Fucking hell. That's dirty.
Caleb!
I'm sorry. There's my card for this episode.
I'm going to make you all literal cards. You said intelligence?
Yep.
Is it intelligence nature?
Nope.
Why is it not a nature? Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Sure.
Because then it's a 12.
Wow.
I needed those extra 2.
You just feel this vacuous sucking in. It seems to be going in all kinds of directions. One of them is like pulling towards the lakefront that you're heading towards, and it's just pulling you in all kinds of directions more than that.
Is that the closest place it's pulling me to, though? Like, do I get a sense that that's the closest point where I'm going to find
Yeah,
an
it
answer?
seems to be a source of some kind.
Okay.
One of them.
I communicate this to Gully
Yeah,
and
what do you
Quinto.
say?
I say, well, it almost feels like there's little vacuums just sucking the good out of the jungle. The lake is the closest one of these little vacuums.
And that was so lovely and nerdy. I loved it. So here's your inspiration token back. And Gully has yet to use hers ever.
That's true. I don't really remember how to use them, to be totally honest. Kevin just wears it as a bracelet.
You turn it in to get advantage on a roll.
If you roll badly, you can re-roll at any point. All right, so you were surprised, and all of a sudden your employer roasted something that was nearby, and it just crumbles into ash. So, yay.
Say that it's
Yay!
breaking down to ash and dust. It wipes its brow and
Sweat your rust. So,
I'm breathing in the chemicals. Sorry.
so what do you guys do? Do you continue on towards the lake?
I think that we should. I think that the lake is where we're going to find any answers. I think we should book it.
Ooh, give me a either a nature check or a medicine check.
Me?
All of you.
19.
19?
9.
Ooh.
Is that wisdom or intelligence?
Nature is intelligence.
Nature's
Medicine is wisdom.
17.
Okay. Both Quinto and Gully are like, yeah, that was a plant creature, whatever, but you both take a second look at this creature, and it seems not quite just brambles. Looking at it, you do see some horns on it, and a facial structure as if it once had chubby cheeks
Oh no.
and
Oh, no.
proportions of a small tiefling child.
No! Oh my gosh. Was this one of the little siblings of the little girl?
Pippin just kind of starts quietly.
You also see one of those cheap bracelets made from just like tin with like a whole bunch of the stars
Just
on
stop.
it that was sold at the festival. And it's partially covered in like soot and whatnot at this point.
And we can't use cure wounds anymore, right?
This is no longer
A child.
the child it once was. It is turned into this plant-like creature.
Pippin just quietly cries.
Now what do you do with that information?
I use Druidcraft to have some vines grow up over the body and then flower into a nice little like floral cairn.
Okay.
I kneel down and say a prayer.
What does a priest do?
I say a lovely prayer and pour out a little bit of beer for her from my flask.
Nice wake.
And then I just turn and resolutely go to the lake and I say, I'm going to kill it.
Okay. That was dramatic.
I'm a very dramatic person with no charisma.
So, now in this quiet of this jungle, you make your way further into the darkness. And as you guys are approaching the lake area, do you do anything different besides just march into the middle of the...
Before we break the tree line, I put my arm out. Because in my mind, I'm leading this charge. Don't know what you all think of that. And I'm like, we should probably move slowly, watching for danger. Would Shillelagh still be up?
No. But it's a cantrip, so you can bring it up at any
I
point.
cast it again.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Before you break the tree line, you cast Shillelagh, and you're concerned about possibly getting into the... John, that is very distracting.
I'm sorry. I'm casting my screen. I was looking something up.
Okay. Gully, what are you doing? You have various spells and concoctions that you can make to prepare ahead of time. Do you do any of that? Oh, speaking of also things that you can do, John also has a ability to make a drink that everybody can share as well. So there's all kinds of preparation stuff you guys can do.
That's the whiz that increases.
I do not have my... I might have it on this computer. No, I don't.
Do you need me to grab your character sheet?
No, I have my character sheet and all that stuff. Oh, I do have it. The mixology, the stuff that I could prepare ahead. I was trying to look at what it is. Okay. Can I just say that I start making, like, as we're going, like, all of these little cocktails and, like, putting them on my side, on my person, so we have them?
Well, you can make those cocktails as an action at any point. So as you are approaching this lady, it won't take you more than 6 seconds to make each of these drinks. You're very efficient at making things.
Okay. So but what I'm saying is, so, like, we're walking to this lake. Can I make it so that while we're walking, I make one of each of these?
Sure. Why not?
And I am going to drink a spicy one, which
Okay.
once within the next hour, the drinker can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an attack roll. And if that attack hits, to the damage roll as well. And then, so I'm pretty much like taking a shot of it and then remaking it. And I'm offering if Quinto and Pippin want any of the extra shots.
Okay. Quinto,
Yes,
do you take the shot?
I will take the shot. I would
Okay,
also
so
like to
now
use
we
a
both
cantrip.
get the extra power. And then I tell them that we should also take a shot of the sour beer that I made, or the sour cocktail, which the first time the drinker drops to 0 hit points within the next hour, they are automatically stabilized.
Now, taking that second one, they
Okay.
will have to make a Constitution save.
Why?
Because
Because I'm drinking 2 of them, or just because that's part of the drink?
you're making 2 of them.
Got
If
it.
they consume 2 or more cocktails before a long rest, which is that case, they have to make a Constitution save DC 10. And for each drink they drink after that, it increases by 2.
Okay. Well, then hold on 1 second.
No.
The integration for their scheduler is not working, but it's
Good.
And Quinto,
Sorry?
you said you wanted to do something.
Yes, I'd like to cast cantrip,
Which one?
Shield of Faith.
What does that do?
It gives us a shimmering field around us that surrounds everyone within range, granting it a +2 AC bonus for the duration.
What's the duration, though?
10 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. You're planning to jump into a conflict,
Yeah,
and this
just
is
in
like
case.
the border of the area.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, I'm going to decide on the shots that I'm taking, and I ask them if they would like any of these.
Okay.
I am going to take the punch shot, which means for the next hour, not only can I breathe water, breathe air, but I can also breathe water.
That is a higher level one. Those are the master's
Oh.
cocktails at level 10. You can
Oh,
only
so I
Nice
do
try,
really
the
Meg.
want
savants.
savant cocktail?
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to do the spicy shot and the sour shot. And then I will roll my, what is it? My D.
A Constitution saving throw. So you would roll a d20, add your Constitution modifier, and the wizards are not proficient in Constitution. So just that.
So I rolled an 18.
Oh, you're fine.
Well, 16 plus 2.
So you get both shots and you don't get any penalties whatsoever.
Yeah. I make them. I've been taking the shots for a long time. I can hold my liquor.
Okay.
So I missed a shot.
And then I ask Pippin and Quinto if they want any of the shots as well.
They don't know what you are able to provide.
So, I'm sorry. So part of the thing is I can make cocktails in little like shot forms that will help us. And there's a couple different ones. I don't know if you have the sheet, if it's easier if they just see it, or if you want me to share the sheet.
I'll just
But I took the sour one, which if I drop down to 0, I'm automatically stabilized for the next hour. And the spicy one, that means once within the next hour, the drinker can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an attack roll. And if the attack hits, to the damage roll as well.
yeah. It's a level of exhaustion if they fail that save. So it's not a small problem if they.
But we all have our tokens now. So if you fail the save, couldn't you just give your token back and re-roll?
Yes, they could.
I would like to take a smoky. once within the next hour, I can use my reaction when I'm hit by an attack to have the attack's damage.
Okay.
And if she's only taking one, she doesn't have to roll for anything, right? That's only if she does more than one.
Correct.
Okay. I make a smoky shot for Pippin. I would set a smoky roll as if we were doing sushi and give it to her to take.
Woo!
Wait, what? I missed that bit.
I took the smoky. She
Yep.
just repeat that.
Thalion, there was a scream in the night. A little girl came running into the village that was looking at the flowers, and her family was attacked by the vegetables. And the heroes were concerned. They went to go rescue what they could of the family. They killed
Spicy.
also took the spicy.
I
And
took the smoky.
Yeah, a little spicy.
And now we're preparing for Big Bad.
And we obviously, as you'll see as I enter the chat here, we obviously tried to do this as well. We tried to kill the mayor again, but to no avail. I'm sorry.
you're obsessed.
Maybe. It's fine.
I'm really
It's
amused.
going to be the next quest. The quest to kill the mayor.
To dethrone the mayor, not kill her.
No, to kill the mayor.
I'm really amused by the fact that the where my microphone hinges and where John's microphone hinge ends on his camera almost line up.
Small
the little things.
Yeah. It's the little things. in
So
life.
you're on the edge of this path. You guys are being fairly discreet, but you guys are preparing, trying to get used to, trying to cap things off. Besides using the Shield of Faith spell, do you want to do anything else to prepare? Also, are there any spells you want to cast, Gully, before you jump into the glade? Kill the bear. You all are obsessed.
Thank you, Archie.
What's the mage armor again? I'm sorry, my little spell cards are at the office.
That's fine.
And since
It
I am
changes.
not allowed there for until we know I'm COVID free.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
have them.
It changes your armor class to 13 plus dex as opposed to 10 plus dex. So whatever you
Okay, I'm gonna cast that on myself.
are. Okay. And Quinto also cast Shield of Faith, which increased everyone AC by 2.
Correct, for 10 minutes.
So your AC is now what, Gully?
Well, so you said my armor class was 11, and then you said that mage one makes it go up by 3.
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm at 14.
plus
and
2
then
is
the
16. Okay.
16.
16, Gully has Pippin has a what?
Normally it's 13, so I'm assuming it's 15 right now. If John's made us all go up by 2.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
mine's 15 now as well.
15, 15, and
Archie, are you right? Did you
Okay.
have exposure?
Well, no, the whole of the UK's on lockdown.
Yeah, but he's saying he has to isolate. So, I mean, the UK's not that locked down.
I thought they were pretty locked down. Why is everyone so mad if they're not that locked down? Anyway,
so continuing on. Go ahead and give me a stealth check for being discreet, as you guys can.
12.
12.
13.
I had so many 12s. Wait, do we add anything to
13.
that, or is it just a straight
It's
roll?
stealth. It's dexterity and stealth if you have it.
Okay, and with that one, my arm class went up by 3. You said my dexterity went up as well.
No. No, it's
What did you say? You said the
for stealth, it's the D20 roll plus dex, which the mage armor does not affect, and proficiency if you have stealth.
right. When we talked about the mage armor
That's what I
card, though,
thought.
you said it went up by
I hope
3.
you're
And then
right
what
there,
else did
Archie.
it? What else does it do?
Stay
Mage
safe.
armor changes your armor class to 13 plus dex modifier.
13 plus dex modifier. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. So I got a 13.
Okay.
18.
13, 18, and Quinto got a
Stealth.
13.
Okay. None of you made a cacophony of noise. Good job.
Great.
You know what the best thing about mage armor is? Unlike plate, it's not noisy.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh,
All right.
that's good.
I personally would also like to move slow enough that I can be actively scanning for weird things.
Okay. As you guys, give me a perception check as you begin to break the brush.
22.
4.
Not worth repeating.
Okay. With the 22, you gaze out of the brush and you see this lovely thing silhouetted by, well, not silhouetted by anything, it's dark. You see this plant, which is kind of lit up with its bioluminescence.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
We got to balance the sound out on that
It
sound.
was louder than I thought it was going to be.
It's
So
not discreet. But you look out into the glade, and there's this nice open patch. In the middle of it, you see this medium-sized creature, which has a much more skeletal vibe than the little twiggling that you found earlier.
okay.
This skeletal creature has these beautiful bioluminescent flowers on its back, with little tiny glowing little spores almost flying off of its back.
Okay.
It is seemed to be hunching down over this creature, and you just see these pulsating vines just going into this
The stream's freezing
sack
up,
of
guys.
meat. Well, that's bad. You come in, you gaze into the glade, and in the middle you see this viney creature, the more skeletal frame, injecting or pulsating vines into some meat. On its back are all these lovely, beautiful flowers that are just blooming and creating little pips of light that just kind of float around it. But you can hear the just sound of just something squishing meat.
So I would like to try to.
Well, you don't see diddly. What does Quinto do with that information?
Oh, that's right.
All right, so I'll let you guys know what's going on. So we see this creature out there. So what would you guys like to do?
Can I do another nature check thing? Or that would bring attention to us.
Well, that it wouldn't bring attention to you. You're kind of out away, but I don't believe you have dark vision.
Thanks, Kim.
It's hard to get a.
I thought she was the skeleton. I don't know why I assumed the skeleton was a girl. It's very rude of me. Why? I thought that they were lit up with bioluminescence.
The bioluminescence is very dim light. Considering you don't have dark vision and it's a good distance away, and yeah, it's really hard to get it. Go ahead and give me a nature check to see if you know about the bioluminescent flowers.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, it
Okay.
bounced out of the box.
Nope. Not on this little table.
Was it 2?
I'll take anything that lands on the table. So you recognize this plant as a generic poof flower. You're wrong. That's the closest you got.
I'm also very distracted by the fact that my father put me on a really random group text and I don't know who 2 of the people are on it about a book.
Strange.
Anyway.
Can I just ask for some clarification? Like, what kind of feeling are we getting from this? Is this like a very scary, like there's a skeleton controlling something happening, or is it supposed to be like the bioluminescence is like pretty and like what? Can you just describe it a little bit more?
It is both. The flowers are pretty. But you also see the camp to one side. It looks like it's been disheveled, torn apart a little bit. but the sound coming from this creature interacting with whatever is incredibly unsettling. You hear the popping
Okay.
of bones, you hear gristle snapping. It's like
And how far away are we from it?
you are 60 feet away. And it
Okay.
has not
I feel like we should move closer.
To it or to the lake?
The lake is kind of catty corner. It's also about 60 feet away. But
I
getting
kind
to
of-
the lake doesn't get you closer to the creature.
I feel like we need to go to the skeleton.
I feel like
He's doing something bad.
whatever he has is probably already long gone, and we need to keep moving towards the lake. Try not to catch his attention. The problem was in the lake. If we're gonna stop and
Okay.
fight every creature the problem
I
created.
thought that there were flowers. This is what I meant by clarification. I thought there was like flowers around him and he's holding on to something. So it seems like he's doing something, or she, the skeleton.
The skeleton is doing something active right now. The flowers are just part of whatever this creature is.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should keep going. Keep moving. Move it along.
Yeah.
It doesn't see us. Let's go.
All right. So you make your way over to the lake. I'm going to need another stealth check.
14.
Okay.
16.
13.
Okay. So you guys make your way using the brush as cover, and you are at the beach at this point. The 13, you kick a can, but you're far enough away that it doesn't cause too much problems. Now you are on the beach, and it's very not smooth. It looks like that there was a commotion in the water, and it's not exactly a windy night. And with the thick trees and foliage around here, normally wind wouldn't upset the water. So something happened.
I kneel down next to the water and kind of try to commune with the ground.
Give me what information are you trying to get?
Like, do we need to go into the water to find the problem?
Give me a survival check.
I would like
or
to
a
know if I
perception
can
check,
feel
or-
the earth crying out in pain.
or the investigation check. Depending on what kind of information you're looking for at this point.
Well, I get nothing.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Gully, you are over at the shoreline. The creature is still within line of sight. And the sounds are still there. Just a popping and rending of flesh.
And what does the lake look like? Like looking at the lake, trying to figure out as much as I can with my dark vision.
The lake looks restless. It's not a big lake. It's more like a medium-sized pond that happens to go deep fairly quickly. The shoreline of it isn't nice and sandy like a beach at all. It's more like a small 2-foot drop into a pool of water.
Are there any small creatures around that I could talk to?
You actually see a flying frog sitting on, well, nestled in like an alcove in the knot of a tree.
I ask him if I can talk to him.
I imagine you're trying to do it discreetly. Give me a stealth check to see if you maintain silence well enough while quietly yelling up into the tree.
13.
13? Okay. And what do you say to the frog? So, what did you say to the frog again? I'm sorry.
I ask him if he can tell me what's going on.
The bush woke up.
And it said,
The bush woke up?
Why did you do coronavirus? Why?
That's what's wrong. That's what's going on.
Okay, so yes, we fixed it. So the bush woke up and killed people.
The bush? I feel as though that would be what I would say. Confused.
Bush. And kind of just notates the creature behind you.
I turn around to look at the creature, the skeleton.
Yes. Give me a perception check, the group.
18.
Okay.
20.
Good.
12 plus. Perception's wisdom, right? 15.
Okay. The frog goes. Was the question to the frog again? Sorry.
I asked him what had been going on, and he said the bush woke up. And so then I asked him the bush, and that's when he pointed to the skeleton, and I turned around to look at the skeleton.
Okay. All three of you look at it, and it's still there. The popping has stopped, though. And the frog goes, yes, the bush woke up and killed them, and did that to most of them.
That isn't. Oh, I can't.
That is in, well, made bushes of them.
Then who?
You creatures.
Okay. So the skeleton creature came from the lake and is now turning people into bushes?
No, the plant is plant. The lake reptile is lake reptile.
Two separate
The-
problems.
So we're now in the middle of between two bad guys.
The
We're
you
just
pe-
standing in the middle of them.
yes, the you
This doesn't seem
people.
like a good plan, friends.
The you people turned to plants. Few went into lake cave. Not plants.
Okay.
So I guess
Okay, should we go into the lake cave to check on the people, or should we try and fight the lake monster, or try and fight the skeleton monster that's turning people into bushes?
As you two are mildly wigged out by the silence that has kind of stopped or happened once the bone-sucking splits have ceased, you two witness whatever this creature has been messing with start standing upright, and it's about the same size as the bioluminescent plant-like creature.
So now there's two of them.
One of them is without any lights on it whatsoever and is just casting a silhouette in this current environment. With your dark vision, as you're looking at the plants, talking to the frog, just looking over your shoulder at where he's pointing out where the cave might be, you can see with your dark vision that this creature is similarly shaped to it's humanoid. And give me a medicine check. Not Quinto. You can't see yet.
Okay.
So that's a wisdom.
13.
Okay. 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it'd be an 11. I thought it was intelligence. Wisdom, I would have an 11.
Okay. Fortunately, it's not hard to figure it out. Given its proportions and everything, you can easily guess that this was the guide that led the family out here in the first place.
Wait, did
Okay.
we?
So I explained to you guys that the guide who led the little girl's family out here is now the skeleton, and that the frog said that some of the other people ran into the lake, and that the bush over there turned into the skeleton and killed people, and that there's also a monster in the lake that's killing people.
And As that sentence happens, the plant creature seems to have finished with whatever he was doing with the corpse, and you see it very clearly change its direction and look towards you three.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Should
we
we
got a fight on our
roll?
hands.
Do we need to roll initiative?
You guys have the things that you guys have prepared, and roll initiative, please.
16.
9.
9.
16 and 9. Okay.
9.
9.
That's the wrong page. And I go last because I rolled garbage on slow creatures. I got a 0.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
So, what do you do, Pippin?
I cast Fairy Fire at it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. What does that do? Is it also a concentration spell?
What do you mean by also?
I believe that Shillelagh is a concentration spell.
So each object in a 20-foot cube, so are both of them still in a 20-foot cube?
Yes, they are right next to each other. They have to do.
It's a 60-foot range. Am I close enough, or do I need to move
yes,
up?
they're exactly 60 feet away from you.
All right, I take 2 steps forward, make sure it doesn't
Y-
miss.
You're fine.
So each object in a 20-foot cube within the range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. I'm going to go with violet.
Okay.
I like purple. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails its dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Failed.
For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed a dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible.
All right. And what's your saving throw DC?
I think it's 13.
All right. Yeah, they both failed, as these plant-like creatures are just silhouetted and covered as if a nice glowing snow hit them. And now you see that the humanoid has these vines that just kind of extend exceptionally past
Well, that's
its
creepy.
the end of its fingers. And the more flowery one, the spores kind of just settle on it. And it kind of mixes very prettily with the other spores it already has. But as it turns and gazes directly at you, these 2 bright lights erupt in the sockets.
So,
of its
question.
eyes.
Does that mean that we don't roll disadvantage anymore? Or do we actually get advantage?
If you don't have dark vision right now, yes, it would nullify and you are not at disadvantage. If Quinto casts light, which I believe is not a concentration spell, it would nullify any poor lighting situation. Okay. The only person who is not at disadvantage on attacks and actually benefits and has advantage right now is Gully.
We
because of the
benefit
dark
not
vision.
rolling disadvantage, so I call that a benefit.
So that was your turn. You cast that spell. Do you do anything else?
I mean, do I need to recast Shillelagh? Because I might as well just do that if I do. It's a
Double
cantrip.
check.
It's 1 minute is the duration.
Okay. It's also a bonus action, so sure.
Yeah.
And one of them is not concentration, right?
Shillelagh is not.
Okay. Fairy fire is?
Yes.
Okay. Gully, what do you do?
Ghoulie.
So can you just remind me, since I don't have my spell cards, I'm between throwing either acid splash or using color spray. Can you tell me which one is more detrimental?
Color spray, I believe, blinds if it hits.
Okay, and then acid splash is just like shooting acid, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just shoot acid,
All right.
and my acid is bright orange.
Oh, that's actually really beneficial. Choose 1 target within range or 2 within range, and the range is 60 feet, so you can hit both of them with it.
I'm gonna hit both. I'm gonna try and hit both
Okay.
with my acid splash.
They both get a dex save. Of
Well,
course.
I also have already drank, if just a reminder that I drank the spicy cocktail. So if it hits the attack roll, the next hour the drinker can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to an attack roll, and that attack hits the damage roll as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll the d4 is the triangle like this, right?
Yes. And they both failed terribly. So,
I only rolled a 1.
okay, that's the bonus damage. So roll a d6 for the acid damage.
Is that the regular guy or is that this one?
It's the cube.
Which one is it?
It's the cube one.
Okay. 2.
So that's a total of 3 damage to these guys.
Carry better variety over here than I do.
All right.
I think so.
And now we go on to
Guiding bolt.
Okay. Against who?
Ready to go.
We're just gonna light these guys up.
The big nasty one.
Okay.
Light them up.
Okay. And I believe that's an attack roll, right?
And he also drank the spicy shot, I'm pretty sure.
It says 1 action. Yeah, and I
Yes.
drank the spicy.
But in the text it says if it's a ranged spell attack or if it's a saving throw.
It says.
Make a ranged spell attack against a target. So go ahead and roll the d20 and add your spell attack, which I had you write like dead center and circle it, I believe.
My spell attack
13?
is a 5.
Yes.
Okay.
So add 5 to your d20
So
roll.
that's a 25.
Okay, you
Woo.
hit.
Whoop, whoop.
You're guaranteed to hit this particular turn, but do you want to add the 1d4 and add 1d4 damage at this point, or do you want to save it for next turn or later?
It's for a full hour, isn't it? Or is it only
Yes,
one
it's
time?
for a full hour, but you can only use the effect once.
Let's smoke this bitch.
Gotcha.
Okay. Roll whatever damage it tells you to roll. And what kind of damage is it?
Hold on. Guiding bolt is on a hit. The target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Okay. Do that.
So I roll this 4 times.
Yes.
$17.
Ow. And what other effects are there with that?
On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. When you cast the spell using a spell slot of 2nd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d6 for each slot above first.
Okay.
But
So he is so lit that he is the easiest target in the world right now. And actually, with as much light coming off of him as you have a very clear image of it. He looks like this old desiccated tree. The flowers on its back are the flowers that they came to actually watch bloom. And as far as you're aware, they've never bloomed and animated a creature before.
okay.
But this weird, gnarled plant seems to have infected the others in some way. And now it's their turn. He will glare at the priest who just hit him with his guiding bolt. So you blast him. He lurches a little forward, gazes up with these violet eyes. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
17.
You are fine. And he will shamble 40 feet closer. That was his action to move. So he
Okay.
basically double moved and took a free action to glare at you. The other individual, who just is kind of standing there in one spot, will move forward 30 feet, and you just see him kind of reach onto the earth, grow out these twigs, and throw them at you. And he will throw them at Pippin. You're the more flashy of the two. And will miss. This is why I rotate dice. So that was my turn. Gully, not Gully. Pippin, what do you do?
Are they
Name
in a
tags might
straight
be
line?
helpful. They are not in a straight line. They are more like diagonal of each other.
Could I move and get them in a straight line?
Y- yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And be close enough to hit them both with my breath weapon. In case you don't
Yeah,
see where
the
this is
breath weapon
going.
is a range of 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, so I do that.
You move a full 30 feet to get a good line, and you blast. Go ahead and... It's a dex save for me, right?
Yep, 12.
Roll above a 4. Thank you. Ooh, hold on. Okay. 4. So the one that just drew these needle things and launched at you failed terribly. The flowery one was able to duck. Go ahead and roll damage.
Woo, 10.
All right.
So one takes 10 and one takes 5.
Correct.
My new dice came too. I might have weird things.
All right. And
It's
man,
not in the camera.
starting combat far away from this guy was a really good idea. Now it is
I think it's
Gully's
my turn.
turn. Thank you.
And because it worked so well last time, I think I'm just going to try and blast them with the acid splash again.
All right. They are no longer adjacent to each other. Does that change what you do?
Which one is closest to me?
The flowery one.
I'm going to shoot the flowery one.
Okay.
Ask them up.
He failed his saving throw. Roll the cube again.
6.
Ooh, that was good. He seems a little... It seems a little worn. Several of the flowers have wilted and dissolved at this point. But it hasn't shrieked out in pain or anything like that. It just seems resolute. Ha! I would microwave my dice. That's true. Now I just rotate them so they don't see the light of day for the next year. And after you, it is Quinto.
I am going to do my guiding bolt again.
Okay. So you go up, or you just stay where you are and hit the flowery one?
Yep.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
So that was 46, right?
If you hit, make
Oh,
the
sorry.
attack roll.
6.
6 will miss.
Fucker.
Is that total?
Wait, what do I add to? Oh, I add my spell attack bonus?
Yes.
So 11.
Okay, that's still a terrible miss, but at least you didn't roll a 1.
True.
Okay. So you just shoot the darkness and light up the rest of the camp.
What a waste
I
of
attack
respect.
the darkness.
Ooh. Actually,
Light them up.
Add 'em up.
you kind of create this nice beacon
Copyright?
that kind of goes up into the air,
Too short.
and you see various birds and things just kind of retreat.
Okay.
Now they kind of shot and created this nice signal flare, and you hear rustling in the bushes.
Oh, man, there's going to be another one.
There's only one of this. It doesn't matter. Well, that's not true. Anyway, so now it is its turn. The creature who you've been attacking finally shambles up to you and gives a quick glare over to Pippin. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
At least it's a high stat for me. 15?
Yeah, you're fine. But you see this plant creature lift up its thick, plant club-like hand and just come and crash across your head. Please roll well. No. Apparently, he has been in the ground too long and is just awkward.
Nice.
But it is a thick tree stump that's coming at your
Thick.
head. Why are you this person?
Girthy, one would say.
So, it missed.
Is that with 2 C's?
And
Double thick.
the one that has the more spindly limbs will attempt to shoot at the lightning bolt person. Because you seem to be...
Is that electrifying?
Yes.
I sparked his anger.
I hit. I'm so happy. Well, just to confirm, a 16 does hit you, right?
Right now? Yeah.
Okay. You take 2d6, 7 points of damage. As this
I'm
javelin...
gonna have that.
You lost one earlier, right?
You what?
I'm gonna have it.
With what?
I drank a Smoky.
Right.
Smoky.
So I take 3.
Yep.
What are you down to now? 10? At least you have a pencil that works on your new iPad because I don't have one.
Obsessive.
Double tap never works. I'm down to 11.
All right, so that is all of the creatures. It will now be Pippin's turn.
Peeping.
Ow. Back with the shillelagh.
All right.
Ooh. 19 hit?
Yeah, 19 will hit.
And this is magic.
And you go up to the one that's been shooting at
Kitty
you, right?
cat.
The one that just... Didn't he just thwack me?
No, no one's thwacked you.
Oh.
The one that shot
Yeah.
needles at you is about
I go up to the
30
one that's
feet
been
away.
shooting at me.
Okay.
Wait, what put needles at her? I thought it hit her.
The one that
tried to.
attempted to club went after Quinto. There's one with like long fingers that shoots javelin like
9.
appendages.
Gotcha.
9
9.
to hit.
No.
What did you do?
I
I'm
did
sorry.
19 to hit.
Oh yeah,
And I
9
rolled my
damage.
damage, and it was 9.
Okay, you go up, you completely destroy with this magical staff. He splinters and just collapses, falling to the ground.
Can I poke him with my shoe for a
Fragments.
free action?
Sure, as you punt him over, you see the face of someone who has lived in the village for a couple of years.
R.I.P. dude.
How do you feel now?
Less
Scully,
enthusiastic if
what do you
as if
do?
it was the mayor.
Why?
Love it. I'm all in.
So now which creature is closest to me?
There's only one still standing, and it's the flowery one. He is about, he's
I'm still
10 feet
standing.
away from you, just out of melee range.
Okay.
He is currently
don't-
right
can
next
I-
to Quinto.
Can I just run right at him with my burning hands?
Yes,
Sounds
you can definitely
terrifying.
do that. So that's a dexterity
As
saving
fast
throw.
as I can and as like much power as I can put behind it. And I just go right for him.
Man. All right. What's your saving throw DC? So it's 8 plus proficiency plus intelligence modifier.
8 plus 2 would be 10 plus intelligence would be 3, so 13.
13. Okay. The creature looks over his shoulder, sees you coming, pushes off of Quinto, and just gets a grazing effect. I believe it's saved for half for Burning Hands.
I don't have my spell cards in front of me. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, I'm
know,
sorry. No, you're fine. Burning Hands. Burning Hands.
You know, D&D Beyond
half-
sponsored us. Maybe we'd have all of our spells.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, roll 3d6,
Put it out
and
there.
I'll be taking half of that.
I mean, who wouldn't want to sponsor this?
3d6, so that's the...
And actually, it's just straight 3d6 because this guy's weak to fire. So
So a 3.
John, I think you and I need to work
3?
on our resting
That was-
faces.
Yes.
you rolled 3 ones.
I don't care.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Did you mean this guy or this guy?
You roll 3 of the
Okay.
cubes.
Okay, so 3,
Cubes.
1, and 1. So 5.
Okay,
So much better.
Hey, I'll take it. So it retracts from the flames. It seems to char its bark-like skin. It does
Flames,
not
guys. Fireworks.
like it.
Quinto. Blast it.
And yeah, it's Quinto's turn.
I'm going to use my breath weapon, my fire weapon.
How often can you use that?
I have no idea.
Twice.
Of course it's twice. Go ahead and use your breath weapon.
I haven't used it yet.
You used it earlier.
I duck out
That's
of
a
the
long
well.
time ago.
Not like a rest. We haven't rested since you used it.
No? All right.
So you also use the breath weapon, and I do a saving throw for that. And I rolled garbage, per usual. So
Nice.
go ahead and incinerate this guy.
So it's 2d6.
Yep.
All right. 7.
And I double it for 14.
Love it.
Does that mean he's... Is he weak to fire?
Yeah.
Because he's a bundle of twigs?
Yeah.
That joke was lit. So,
Love
it
it.
is cindering.
Did you say that he's an effigy?
He is on fire. He is roasting and unpleasant,
Fire.
kind of shaking. You see it resolutely make one more club at you. What's your armor class?
I laugh at his club. 13. 15, because we have the...
Oh, all the enhancements and whatnot. I hit. And so you take 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. 6, 4, so 13 bludgeoning damage. Are you still conscious after that?
I mean, is that 13 hit points?
Yeah.
I only have 14 hit points.
Okay, so you're at 1 right now.
Jesus.
And
Everybody's salty because I want to kill the mayor.
not enough to kill you,
I gotta go to bed.
but you are unconscious.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the bathroom since I'm unconscious.
Okay, that's fair.
Are we still in... Was
And
the rest
he'll
of
need to
them?
make a Constitution saving throw when he gets back.
Are we
Cool.
still in battle?
Yeah. And at the end of his turn, it's your turn. He finally got a hit on. So
So the one guy's on fire.
he's the one villain that is currently present is like on his last leg on fire, about to die.
And the other one's dead.
Yes. So do you want to hit the one remaining guy who just hit Quinto and just dropped him in one hit?
I'm gonna reach down, heal Quinto.
Okay. Hi.
See.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
So you heal Quinto, and then I'll finish off the guy.
that's what I figured.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot I have 3 first level spell spots. Spell
Three
slots
level
now.
one, yeah.
So I cast.
Well, you have advantage. Oh, sorry. Continue. Sorry.
I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. He is no longer dying.
He got 9 hit points back.
Okay, he's going to be fine. He still needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Why?
Reasons. All right, and Gully, it is. Or do you want to do anything else? You can just say no.
I don't think I can do anything.
Oh, my
else.
headphones are dying.
Well, we're nearly at the end of the session. Go ahead and
This
roll
is true.
a whatever you're going to do.
I am just going to fire. Seems to be what kills him, so he just needs a little bit more. I'm going to do burning hands again.
Okay. Deck save.
Now is it rolling?
Saved by a lot. Roll 3d6 though, and you'll be doing full damage.
13.
You seem
I
just
got 2 6s.
he just breaks like a log that's been on fire for way too long and just kind of crumbles into ash and falls to one side. And with that, that is where combat will end, with Quinto getting up and coughing a little bit.
Do you want me to make a Constitution save for him?
No, I'm going to have
Okay.
him do that at some point. But
I guess it'll be a surprise for next week how Quinto does.
yeah, we can do that. Or we can wait for John to come back, whatever you guys want. But
I mean,
that's a great pause point.
it is. I mean, we can hang
I
out.
had
Well, that was perfect timing, Meg. So
All right, so let's see. Ending announcements. Next week, Meg will be back in the office because unless she develops symptoms before then and surprises us all.
there we go.
And we have a book club next week for Full Moon by Jim Butcher on Thursday at noon.
and when does our schedule change?
Our schedule changes on November 16th, the week of November 16th. So on that week there'll be our first Friday game, and it'll be the 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So, but we'll still be here the 12th. So we still got some time before that happens. We'll remind you every week. And as always, check out Caleb on Patreon. Fun stuff. He hit a goal. So there's new and exciting things for people who are current patrons. I don't know, like how long is it the just including that 20th patron, or is it anyone who signs up for so long after, or anyone who signs up this month?
Anyone that joins this month and next month. We just hit a milestone, so there's a whole bunch of bonus material coming up with a few inspiration cards. We use rings at our table, but I'm going to be making inspiration cards so that you can use them at the table. And there's also going to be a new spell card for that includes a couple new spells for you to use. So that'll be fun. But until next time, thank you all for watching.